Royal seal of approval.
Absolutely, yes. Tonight, Cliff kicks off a weekend of live music at Chatsworth House in Derbyshire, and he'll be joined by over 15,000 fans. Well, our Lucy Kite has managed to blag her way backstage and is with the man himself right now. Hello, Lucy.
Well, I've interviewed a few pop stars here on Central News, but none as famous or successful as Sir Cliff Richard. Thank you for joining us, Cliff.
My pleasure.
At this fabulous location.
Oh, it's wonderful. I've never been here before. And of course, what's going to be unusual is that the house is it's lit up at night, apparently, so the people sitting here watching us can always look past if they get bored and have a look at the house.
Now, I hear the Duchess is a big fan of yours. Are you going to be popping over for tea at all?
I've already had tea with the Duchess.
Have you really?
And I've discovered she's a huge Elvis fan.
Not a Cliff fan?
Well, I'm sure she likes me, but she was an Elvis fan, and like me, I was inspired by Elvis, and Elvis was the reason why I exist, and I've often said, I say it night after night, actually, that if there had been no Elvis, there'd have been no Cliff.
Oh.
So she's got good taste, that woman.
Absolutely. Now, talking of your fans, you must have the most loyal fans in pop, really. A lot of them will be here tonight, but none so loyal as my mum. And if I hadn't brought her along with me today, there would have been big trouble. Mum, you've got a few questions to ask Cliff.
I thought you were her younger sister.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Grief.
Go for it, Mum.
Now, I must ask you this.
Yes.
I saw you in 1959, that's over 40 years ago, and
Yeah.
I've been to so many concerts since. You've got such an amazing fan base. How do you keep your feet on the ground and stay so nice?
Oh, well, how does one answer a question like that? Well, I don't know. I've always felt that, you know, the music I do and the kind of lifestyle I lead is very much a part of me now. And there's really no need to have your feet floating too high anyway, because you then lose contact with reality, I always think. And anyway, I've got a lot of friends around me who, if my feet did float, would very soon pull me down. So it's not so difficult. But I do appreciate the loyalty of fans. I mean, my fans are notorious now. I use that word, notorious. In London, when I do shows at the Albert Hall, for instance, they'll often queue up for 3 weeks on the pavement out there. In fact, one year they did it when it was January, so I sent somebody down to cook them breakfast.
Oh, wow.
One last question, Mum.
Right, now, I must be the envy of so many ladies at the moment, and I really can tell them you are the Peter Pan of pop. Have you got any tips for our men?
If you don't look your age, just thank God that that's what you've got. If you do look your age, you can help yourself by being fit. You know, not everybody needs to look 18. I don't look 18. If you can get yourself some exercise now and then, you'd be surprised at what it does for your demeanour and for you physically.
Now, Mum, I know you could talk to Cliff
I
all
could,
night,
I
but he's
could.
got a concert to do and we're running out of time. What was that like?
Wow, I feel like a teenager again.
Well, I'll be in the good books forevermore. And if you're coming to the concert tonight, do have a brilliant time. But from me, Cliff, and my mum, it's back to the studio.
Oh,
Thank
thanks,
you, Lucy.
Lucy.
Our very own
Brilliant.
devil woman.
I actually think that Barbara should be the devil woman.
Yeah?
I think Cliff had his eyes on her.
He was a bit of a smoothie, wasn't he?
He was.
Is that your sister? As if I'd ever use anything like that.